euthanasia be legal?
Because I think we should give the patient who suffer from severe pain a right to be set free from the pain. So, I think of course the doctors try to kill the pain as soon as possible, as much as possible for the patient, but it cost huge expenses. It could be thought that is meaningless for them, because if the patient were diagnosed that they are hopeless, or especially already they tried all of medical methods available to them, they can think just the treatment, or that is the meaningless to them. So that's why I think.
Okay, that's a good reason. What question could I have? Because I'm pretty pro myself, so now I have to play con here.
When you think about unconscious,
Yes.
it's hard.
Yeah, because she was technically still alive, but she can't do or say anything.
But doctor already said there's no hope.
Well, unless there's like a breakthrough, like a sudden discovery, like there was no chance that she was. With the technology and medicine they had at that time, they said there's nothing we can do. She will stay like this probably for another maybe 30 years and then die. But there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, but their parents endure for 15 years, and if they are not bankrupt, just I can say just go ahead. But if they are tired to stay or endure, but and also doctor said there's no way to survive again, then they can administrate euthanasia.
Okay.
Again, it depends on them.
Yeah, like the situation. What if there are no living parents? Like someone whose parents are dead is unconscious, and their family is kind of no one knows where they are. What are the obligations of the doctors? Do they keep the person alive, or do they kill them? Like what would you? I mean, this is sort of a slightly different topic.
Yeah.
It's related, but I mean, whose decision is it to have euthanasia?
Yeah.
Sometimes it can't be the patient's in situations like this. Do the doctors, are they allowed to make a decision like that?
Then what if we define the law in that part, like if the patient stay in unconscious for 5 years, more than 5 years, or like that, and then we can administrate euthanasia like that, and the expenses, government paying for them. Yeah.
So like ordinary taxpayers pay for it.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's an interesting solution that could work.
You said money and bullying is a problem when they are not wear the school uniforms. But first I want to say, even though they wear the school uniforms, there is a lot of bullying, because I think it's not about The problem, I think, the wearing school uniform is not a problem. Their mind is a problem. Even though they wear decent clothes or just plain clothes, or there is always bullying. So, well, in my case, when I was in high school, I never wore school uniforms for 3 years, and there was no bullying for 3 years, and so I don't think the bullying is a matter about wearing school uniforms. And you said money is one of the problems, but I think even though they should, if they wear the plain clothes,
if they wear the uniforms.
yeah, if they wear the school uniforms, it is really uncomfortable. So just because their parents can save a lot of money, they don't have any right to. They don't have to judge or deprive to them to wear. Because the students are spend most of their time in school, not parents. So yes.
All right. Do you have any new points? What are your points?
And most of people say when they wear the school uniforms, they can focus on studying well. But I don't agree about that. There is no connecting between wearing school uniforms and focus on studying. Because as I said, when I was in high school, the person who could focus on studying, they could focus on that, and the person who couldn't, they couldn't. Yeah. So it also depends on their mind, not the wearing school uniforms. And I also think the existing school uniform regulation is make students to wear more offensive logos or inappropriate clothes or look like more sexy. Well, I think the short-time development is not for paying for high education, because at the time there are a lot of also there was a lot of blue collar jobs. Blue collar job people was there, because you said the higher if government pay for post-secondary education, the students can get a higher education, but university is not for. I think university is not essential because the going to university is to study more about scholars. So to develop country well, we need some balance between blue collar jobs and white collar jobs. But if just government pay for only university, students just want to go to university and they want to get a white collar job, not blue collar jobs. So So I don't think just only rich in white collar job is not. It doesn't mean the country is economic is well.